Okay, sorry, we got cut off the last towards the ending, and I did want to add on a couple more things just to help maybe new people who have started, or just as a reminder. So in Dole, which is the platform Tasty Trade started to work with Thinkorswim. Okay, it looks like this. It's your homepage or whatnot. You should really go and take a look at this platform. If you're worried on how to use it, again, that's why I got so many calls or inquiries and just did me they want did Mark just walk me through it. And you know, if you need help with that, please inquire. But if not, you can do a lot of this yourself. Just go to help, and you can see about how to use this thing. It's just great. Okay, tray panel, how to use everything. Go to the blog as well. Like, how can I? Okay, watch. Go to this help screen. Go to Oh my gosh, see now my mind went blank. Sorry. You can get help. Here, I'm sorry. Click the blog or the full help center. You can search. You can do a whole bunch of stuff on how to use Dole. Um, and there's even shows you can watch that they started just for Dole, and it's with Brian and Beef, I think. You can see a whole list of the shows on Dole TV right here. I highly recommend going to Dole TV as well. And on the list, you want to watch the webinar. Okay, if you go to the webinar, you're gonna love. They'll show all types of stuff on that, or just go to tastytrade.com and you can just browse by the show. But this segment right here, the webinar, they'll teach you about a lot of neat stuff you can do with the platform. But real quick, when I said, remember, sometimes the best trade is to not make a trade. Go to the grid page here. Okay, from here, click on Tasty Trade. This is Tom and Tony's watch list. They only trade these stocks. Okay. Um, Now the ETFs are not going to be on here too much, but here's what you do. You can start off with here or the notable stocks, either one. But if you go to the Tasty Trade watch list, here's what you want to filter. Click on this filter up here. Exclude earnings. Okay. IV rank. So you don't want to trade earnings. IV rank of anything 50 or higher with no earnings. Okay. So earnings are you gotta trade, you gotta know how to adjust, and you want to do weeklies on that because you're taking advantage of something expiring that day. So right now there are only two things with high IV rank, okay, in the Tasty Trade watch list, and they're both gold. Okay, so you can see here, um, these, if you don't trade anything but these. Now if you double click them, okay, you can go to strategies right here. Now let's look, let's do a simple golden gecko and see what happens. All right. So, whoa, hold on, I think I screwed up something here. Yep. So go, and I think it's after hours, so it's not showing. Oh, here we go. I zoomed out. Here we go. So you could do a golden gecko. See this brown area? That's the expected move. This is what the numbers say they expect to move within this expiration date of 32 days. If you sell a golden gecko, which is selling a put one standard deviation out of the money, look, it's way outside expected move. You can collect 40 cents, not a lot. Oh, by the way, your strike's only five wide though. So you can move these out to collect more money, but the problem is you can't because there's nothing offered out here, which is why it doesn't move. So let's look what happens when you delete stuff. Now by deleting the buy side, okay, these are called, now you just did basically a strangle. Okay, so you have unlimited risk on both sides because technically the stock could go way up here and it could way down here. So technically, if you click on this, your risk is unlimited. See, undefined risk. You can add the puts back in by buying a put here. You could buy, what did we say, 32 days? Where are we? Yeah, we're at 32 days. This one right here. I'm looking at that 32 days. Right? I'll do it again on the call side. See, so I'm dragging it down to 32 days. See right there, it says 32 days. So I'm just dragging it down there, and then it'll go to the furthest out. This one I can maybe go further out here, see? and I can see. Look what happens is I can collect more money. Oh, but it won't let me. That means there's nothing for sale out that far. I can collect more. Oh, not even. Okay. So see, sometimes you can't collect enough money to make it worth your while, so you don't do. That's why you kind of like to only sell things with a really high IB rank, or just so happen this is, excuse me, this is not as liquid. But see, if you take off that extra side, you can do it naked like this. Now you can't do it in an IRA, okay? Well, not the call side anyway, but you can do the put side in an IRA. Let's look at the other one. Oh, and if you look here, see these stars right here? That's their rating for how liquid it is. Okay, so this is better. Let's see. Let's do the same thing. This is all set. Hit go. I will zoom out a little bit. There we go. See, we can sell now. So why did it do that? Let's try again. 45 days. Sometimes when we do this after hours, it screws up because the numbers aren't there. But here you can mess around with it. So you can collect 50 cents more. Look what happens if you delete these now. I'll just do a strangle. This is just a good review too if you don't know. Short strangle. You want to do a short strangle, 45 days, 1 standard deviation away. Go. Yeah, you can collect 59 more cents. See, so this is why you only want to do it when IB rank is high. And it just so happens these are the only ETFs that are high. Now watch what happens when I change this to notable stocks. More. Okay? But you got to really watch this liquidity meter right here. Okay, so these all should be pretty good. The highest rank one is still GDX, but these are others you could possibly trade. Okay? Or you sit and wait. So if you're going to get aggressive and play with other things, you might want to stick to the main ETFs because they're highly liquid and you can get a lot of leverage, right? So you want to do like IWM is one. I do a lot. Okay, but again, I only like I do have stuff that I do personally, which makes a lot of money, but I don't want to get into that here because it's a lot. You need to have a little bit more experience to do that, and I do not want to go into this here. But once you know this, you can pretty much do anything, do anything as long as you have the capital. So if you look right here, here's IWM. Nice IB rank pop here. Look, oh my God, look. If I do this year to date, I'll just do 12 months. Here's 12 months. In the last 12 months, look how many times I only made what? Once, twice, 3 times. You know what I mean? 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 trades in 12 months. Right? All would be 100% winners. The only time you really would have got tested would be twice here, because it went from here to here, and then one more time maybe here because it went from here to here, but then it dropped back down again, so it's no big deal. So what would happen was, yeah, you would have probably got tested, so you would have rolled you would have rolled probably further out to even here, but you would have had to double up on your contracts. So if you sold one contract and then the position went against you a little bit, you would have to roll and sell maybe 3 to, let's say, max 4 more contracts to make up for the money you lost. So you're collecting more money again. So for example, you sell something for $1, okay, but instead of buying it back for 50 cents, you got to buy it back for, let's say, $2. So you lose $1, right? So you're down $1, correct? So if you roll and you sell more contracts, if you can sell more contracts that give you $1 that you just lost, then when that position expires good or worthless, you make all your money back and more. Okay, that's why you always roll for a credit, because every time you roll for a credit, you're still making money when that position comes in. And then this is what Karen does. Now Karen, the difference between what this is doing, what Karen's doing, is Karen is selling 2 standard deviation out of the money positions. So what that means is if I go to SPX, real quick, I'll show you on Dole real quick, or on our trade page real quick to wrap up this last video for the day. Here's SPY, or she does SPX, but SPY is a smaller version, okay? But here's SPX. So here's what she does. Market's going down. She's selling puts, to be honest. Okay, so she's selling a short put when the market's going down, but she's selling it 2 standard deviations away. Okay, so it looks like this for her. Okay, hold on, let me zoom out real quick. And then 90, so she has a 98 probability chance of success. Move it here. This is what her stuff looks like. So if the market's here, she's betting it, and the market's dropped. So the market has done this, right? And she's betting that it'll stay above a really high amount, right? So the market's here and it's already dropped. Let's say the market already dropped from here to here. She's betting that it'll stay above here. She has a 98% chance of being right. Okay. Now, let me double click this button right here. See, 98% should be right. But let's say the market keeps on dropping. So it does this, right? And it does this, okay? When this number gets to 70%, like this, she doesn't wait for it. She doesn't wait for this to happen. She waits once this number gets to 70, okay? So she closes this position. Now watch this, 98%. So let's say she can collect $7.95, but the move goes against her. And now, look, so she has to buy it back. If she had to buy it back at 70%, that difference is the amount of money she lost. Okay? So then what she has to do then is close this position, move it to a further day out, and sell more contracts to equal the amount of money she lost. She doesn't wait. So even though she's at 70% chance of being right, she doesn't want to wait. So she moves ahead of time. And now she will roll out to the next time. Okay? Or actually, no, she doesn't roll out to the next time. Within the same expiration, she will roll out again to here, but sell even more contracts to make up the difference. And in Karen's case, she doesn't roll out to future time. She does it within that same expiration period. That's what she does. Okay? So that's the difference. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna do that, but just so you know, you can do the same thing. When you're at 84% here and it drops to like here, the difference is you don't have to roll within the same expiration. You can roll further out and buy yourself time. Okay, so I hope that helps. So again, you can trade every day if you want, but my suggestion is depending on how you want to manage your money, you know what I mean? You can jump in with 5-8% on a trade and wait. Okay, and then jump in more if it goes high. But that way you can write out stuff like this. Get in at, look at this. This is SPX, right? Get in at 50. Holy crap. Right here, market drops in 1-2 days down to here, and low is here. So at 50, it jumped up to 100. Okay, now IB rank went against you, but you still got time on your side, right? Because in this case, your expiration is not till at least here, maybe even further out. Because this is 30 days, your expiration probably would have been further out, 45 days, or you know what I mean, to do it. Because you can't, you got to do as close to 45 days as you can based on, when because you don't know when IB rank's going to hit 50. Okay, so same thing. You only 3 days went by. You could have just added to your position, right? So now your break, you know what I mean. Your break even is a lot less. And sure enough, look what happened. Shit, even at here, look, you're way within that 1 standard deviation range, and IB rank collapsed, and you're good. So I hope that helps. Shoot me a shout out on the forum or send me an email because I get hella busy. Hope this helps. Talk to you guys later.